Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. Come on, I told you, didn't I? Hey, told you what was going to happen. There's blood in the water. There's a big blue shark behind you. And they laughed and they mentioned dolphins, Finding Nemo, sardines. Where's the shark, Steve? There's a big whale coming to kill the shark, Steve. And all they thought I was trolling. Psychologically, I knew I was in their head. Psychologically, I knew that the shark music was playing on a regular basis. And then the wins started to come. Manchester City, winning. Can't wait till we get you at the Emirates. Beat them. Can't wait to get you at the Etihad. Beat them. Liverpool are going to do us a favour. Beat them. West Ham are going to do us a favour. Beat them. Leeds are going to do us a favour with Allardyce. Beat them. Wait till you get Everton. Sean Dyche. Wait till you get Dyche ball. Beat them. And then while you was too busy worrying about who was going to beat Man City, you went and blew it to Brighton at home. 3-0 in front of a half-empty stadium because all you fans left in the hour of need, in the hour of turmoil, when your team needs you the most. Some fans, they stick behind them. They get behind the team. They sing till the end. Whether they're getting beat 5-0, 6-0, they stay and they fight with the team and they're proud of the team. We took Liverpool to the cleaners 4 out of 5 years. And the Liverpool fans never left their team. They always got behind the team because they knew how proud of they was. But you lot, Arsenal FC, Fragile FC, We Played Well FC, the youngest team in the Premier League FC, didn't we do well FC? Yeah, you lot, shitbags. Absolute shithouse of a fan base, yeah? Left your team. So don't ever come on my channel telling me about empty seats. Don't ever come on any Man City talking about a club that hasn't got history or we've got this mentality and that, because you haven't got the mentality. You know what I mean? You haven't. And Manchester City are creating history. And this football club with these fans and this team are showing everybody in this country how we do it. And that's why we're the best team on the planet at the minute. So you can all talk the talk, walk the walk. You can be the pride of Singapore. You can be the pride of Malaysia. You know, you can be backed by the local butcher because we don't give a fuck, because we're Manchester City FC, the pride of Manchester, and we're on the verge of winning the league again. One more win, one more game. That is all we kept saying, one game at a time. That brings me nice onto the game. Everton, Sean Dyche. Ooh, Sean Dyche. Everyone was shitting it, weren't they? No. You're going to get done off Sean. Of course we are, yeah. They beat Brighton 5-1, yeah. Not that we're on a 21-game unbeaten run, like, you know, forget that. Doesn't matter, like Sean Dyche, innit? You know what I mean? Calvert-Lewin, Pickford. What's that other fucking lunatic called they've got? Who's shit. What's he called him? Proper dog shit player in midfield. Can't remember his name now. But he was crap. And at the end of the day, oh yeah, Idrissa Gueye, yeah, scared of him. Decore. Yerry Mina thought he was going to rattle Haaland by pushing him around a little bit before the game, like they did at the Etihad. So there was all this to play for. So anyway, Blues, we get to Goodison. The early kickoff. The pressure's on. Manchester City need to win again. We've got Real Madrid on Wednesday night. So Pep's got one eye on the game. The team's announced. Strong side. Edison in net. Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Laporte, and Akanji at left back. He's gone with Alvarez, Gundogan, Rodri in the middle. He's gone with Riyad, Erling Haaland, Phil Foden. Great side. Couple of boys, Jack Grealish, Kevin De Bruyne, Johnny Stones rested. We go into the game, you know, we can't slip up. We can't slip up. The ball's in our court. Everton's on the back of a 5-1 win at Brighton. So the tails are up. We're coming back from the Bernabeu, 1-1 out there. We're on an amazing run of form. the game's set. We start the game as we always do. Lots of possession, knocking the ball around, couple of early chances, huffing and puffing. Kyle Walker got down the right a few times, couple of crosses cut out. Riyad was having a bit of success against Dwight McNeil. Phil Foden on the other side was a little bit quiet. I thought the midfield was moving well. Rodri was winning the ball in there. Ilkay Gundogan was finding space in between the lines. And it was all looking good. You know what I mean? We were looking comfortable. There was a couple of times where we got a bit sloppy. Rodri gave a ball away. I think they broke on us. I think Kyle Walker misplaced a header in the middle and they broke on us. But you could never really see or feel that Everton believed they was going to beat Manchester City. I think the crowd didn't really believe it. And I think the players didn't believe it. I mean, me looking from the outside, or should I say, me looking from the horrendous away end with the shit wooden seats and the fucking roof that's down here and you can't see out. Yeah, that away end was never really troubled. I thought the only way Everton was going to break through was maybe a set piece, a corner, because we've got a lot of big boys, or a daft free kick on the edge of the box, something like that. That's the only way I could see it happening. And the first half seemed to be petering out towards the end, very, very quiet. And then the main man, Ilkay Gundogan. Ilkay, he makes the Scousers cry. Ilkay, he makes the Scousers cry. He popped up with a moment of genius. The ball gets floated in. I think the defenders are too busy looking at Haaland where he is. Ilkay takes it down on his thigh and flicks it with a boot behind him. Sort of a mad, weird, not a scissor kick, but some sort of, don't know what we're going to call that. It's an Ilkay Gundogan flick, yeah, in the bottom corner. 1-0. City fans are buzzing. Pressure you can feel in the away ends calmed a little bit. Absolutely fantastic goal. You could see Everton's head drop then, thinking, fucking hell, you know, we defended well up until that point. Haaland didn't really have a touch. But City was still working the ball well. There was. Rodri had a couple of long-range efforts. Great goal by Ilkay Gundogan. I mean, every season, this part of the season, Ilkay Gundogan seems to turn up. It's like, it's the business end of the season. Let me loose. I'll get the goals. And you know what I mean? Against Leeds, he gets 2 goals. He misses a penalty. And then yesterday, he was outstanding. So he gets the goal. The boys are up just before half-time. I'm thinking 1-0 half-time, happy days. And then the man himself again, Ilkay, breaks down the left, puts in a perfect ball, dead centre. Who's there? Erling, Braut, Haaland, wallop. Have a bit of that. 2-0. Pickford, don't know what he was doing. Worst goalkeeper in the league for me, him. I don't know how he plays for England. I'm sorry. I'm not having him. I think he's kicking shite. I think he's shot stopping shite. I think everything about him shite. So I'm sorry. I'm not wearing him. He tried to, I don't know what he thought he was doing, but he was flying around anyway. And anyway, Erling put it past him 2-0. So all of a sudden, it turns into a fantastic half-time break. You know what I mean? All the Blues are singing. We're downstairs. You know, Ederson and Ake, Walker and Akanji, Ruben Diaz, Johnny Stones, John Stones. Best defence in Europe. We're Manchester City. We're on our way to Istanbul. Whoa, we're the boys in blue. Everyone is buzzing. Half-time, 2-0 up. Pressure, well and truly, thrown right back to North London. Yeah, have a bit of that because we ain't losing that game. We're not losing that game. Do you know what I mean? We've rested players. We've got Kevin De Bruyne, Grealish, Johnny Stones rested. Do you know what I mean? We just got to see the game out. Second half starts pretty much a muchness. They brought in a Maupai to come on, no danger. Phil Foden on the break, making a great run, foul on the edge of the box. Thought Phil had injured himself, to be fair. Looked like his knee had dug in the turf, but he was better. He was sound and he got up. Who steps up for the free kick? Ilkay Gundogan again. Ilkay, what a player. And what a free kick. Just passed it into the top corner. Gentle pass over the wall, top corner. 3-0, Everton. Sean Dyche, he's coming to get you. All that nonsense got blown out the window. Then all of a sudden the narrative has changed. It's not Sean Dyche. It's Man City. You've got too much money. Yeah. We can't compete with you. You've cheated. You know, you're a small club. You got no fans. All this shit started coming out then at 3-0. But before that, it was Sean Dyche was going to do us and Arsenal was going to win the league. But it is what it is. Anyway, ecstatic in the away end. Let me just mention the away end, yeah? Let me just mention the supporters this season. Because online and on these shows, various people like to criticise our support, yeah? But let me tell you this. I wouldn't swap our support for anyone's support. I wouldn't swap them lads and girls in that away end for anyone else's, because we've got something unique. We've got something going on at this club at the minute, which is unbelievable. We've got an older fan base and a younger fan base finally coming together. Yeah, there's no jealousy. There's no one, feeling they shouldn't have tickets, they shouldn't have tickets. We're all together. Yeah, we're all together for that badge there, that badge. Yeah, we know what it means to be Blues. And every away game we pull together. If the older crowd are up, the younger crowd are up. If the older crowd are down, the young ones are pulling them up, and vice versa. And this is what we're doing. And we've been on a journey this season. Every game, Nottingham Forest, Brighton, Southampton coming up. Brighton coming up, Southampton. Been to Leipzig, Copenhagen, Seville, Dortmund, Bayern Munich, yeah, Real Madrid. All of us together, trying to get this team over the line. And when it went a bit flat, did we give up? No. Did we not turn up? No. Did we leave the away end because we weren't winning? No. Did we panic on these shows? No. What we did is we calmed everyone down. We realised that Pep needed to tweak it. We let Pep do what Pep does, and we went with it. And some of us probably weren't happy. We had a wobble in the middle of the season where Haaland wasn't getting the ball. We had a wobble when Cancelo left. People didn't like it. But did we let it overtake and consume us? No. We just dealt with it in-house, Man City, on all the channels, City Extra, MCFC lads, DAPS, all that. We all talked about it. We chewed the fat, and we realised that we've got to trust our manager and trust the team, and we'll get there. And look at the position we're in now. 3-0 at Everton. So we're going home and we're listening to Arsenal. They go and drop a bollock against Brighton. They dropped a bollock against Brighton. They've left the door wide open now. The shark's right inside the boat. It's eating fuck out the engine. Yeah, your engine's gone. The fucking boat's in half. And you and the rest of the crew are just on the end of a little tip at the top of the boat. And he's that close, you can smell the shark's breath. It fucking stinks, yeah? It stinks. Shark breath. That's it. And we're on you now. We're on you. Next Sunday, we're ready to eat you alive. We're ready to devour you. You're ready to see the pictures of the Premier League trophy with the blue and white ribbons. You're ready to see the fans on the pitch. You're ready to see Big Steve with no voice, with big red head running around the pitch, jumping around with all his supporters, hugging and kissing everyone. That's what you're ready for. That's what you created. Because you couldn't get the job done. You couldn't get the job done. And this morning on Sky Sports News, he should be ashamed of himself. And I've done some work for Sky Sports News. And I texted the guy this morning and told him this. They said, Arsenal have done well to chase Manchester City this season, but it wasn't quite good enough. Well, let me tell you this. We didn't lead. You didn't chase us. You was at the top of the league for 250 games. We chased you. We chased you. You said, we're built different than them. They haven't got what we've got. You've got belief, apparently. It's a one-horse race. It's a one-horse race, they said on AFTV. Yeah? You're going to win the league. 8 points clear. Every hurdle we've been put in front of, we've jumped it easily. Manchester City are in every competition. Manchester City's got to go to Bayern Munich. They've got to go to Real Madrid. They're going to be knackered. 3 games every week. No. There's only one team knackered, and that's you. And you had 1 game a week. There's only one team where your players are falling down injured. Are they really injured? Or is their arse gone? You've got to ask yourself that question. Because our boys are ready to go. They're getting in training early. They're patching themselves up. They're coming out. They're putting a shift in. And all this myth about Man City's got this amazing squad. We've got the least amount of players used this season in the Premier League. Right? Us. So we haven't got this great squad. So when you break the squad down and you look at the players and you look at Cole Palmer, Rico Lewis, Gomez, Calvin Phillips, there's 4 on the bench, that never really play. But apparently we've got this super talented squad with a player in every position. It's lies. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. But what you got to give credit to is Pep Guardiola for being the best manager in the world, keeping this team motivated every game, making little changes here and there, not overthinking it, tweaking it here and there, getting the job done. Because he knew that when this Manchester City machine, is on your ass, when he knows it, he knows how to crank that pressure up. And Arteta couldn't take it, and Arsenal couldn't take it, and your fragile fan base couldn't take it. That's why I dropped the shark bomb on you outside the ground. Nothing else. Watch the interview back. I told you, do not disrespect this Manchester City team. You think we're all knobheads, You ask Liverpool fans if they've got respect for Man City. 97 points and come second, You can say what you want about, your Premier League charges and all that. That's just you, sour grapes. On the football pitch, there's no better team than us. When the chips are down, there's no better team than us. And we caught you. And you've left it open. We're 1 win away again from the Premier League title. That'll be 5 Premier League titles in 6 years. But we've got no history. Got no history. 3 titles on the trot. The 3P. Only ever been done once before by Sir Alex Ferguson. 3 titles in a row. Manchester City FC. That little team that nobody cares about. 3 Premier League titles in a row. In Manchester, we got that rammed down our throats for years. And there's another word as well that begins with T. But we don't want to talk about it because it scares people. And if we talk about it and it happens, certain clubs, local clubs, who've built this T word up to be immortal, might just have a meltdown. So we on the T word, we've got plenty of things coming up. But all I'm going to say is, Blues, we're in dreamland. Sunday, Chelsea at home to win the Premier League title. Raheem Sterling, going to be there. I had a lot of respect for Raheem when he was at Manchester City. Then he left. Then he didn't really speak nice about us, and he didn't sign that young kid's City shirt. And I thought, you know what? You've made your bed now. You've made your bed. And at Chelsea away, when he walked around the away end and we were singing Raheem Sterling, he's 10th in the league, and he didn't know what to say, I thought, well, that's fitting. And I hope on Sunday he's on that pitch when all them City fans are running around wild, thinking, I remember them days. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It was time for him to move on. He's not enhanced his career in any way. And he might just get to see the Premier League close up again because he won't see it anywhere else near Chelsea for a few years. Let me put it that way. Listen, the Arsenal fans out there, on a serious note, you've had a great season. I do understand you've had a great season. From where you was, you've had a good season. But you can't deny it. You know, at Christmas time, there were T-shirts going about with you on top of the table. We've had to suffer, you know, a lot of AFTV bullshit. Not from all of them, from some of them. You know what I mean? There's some good lads on there who speak sense. And I've spoke to a few of them and they're gutted, rightly so. You've had a great season. But you can't give away 12 points in the last 10 games of the season. 3 draws, defeat to Man City, defeat to Brighton. You can't do that if you're winning a league. Not when Man City are winning 11 straight. But I'm sure you'll bounce back. I think some of the signings you made over the last window were poor. Jorginho, not really a good signing for me. Didn't work out for you. The Polish kid at the back, you've thrown him in the deep end there. He's not good enough at the minute. I think there's quite a few there that haven't got the bottle. You've got 1 or 2 in the mentality to be a champion. The rest of them didn't want to know. And like you say, when the chips are down, the fans are on your case. At Man City at the Etihad, the floor got wiped with you. It should have been 7 or 8. But listen, we've still got to get the job done, Blues. We've still got to go there on Chelsea and win and get this job done. Win the Premier League title again. Do you know what I mean? Pep Guardiola, 5 Premier League titles. Best manager on the planet for me. Absolute God. Ilkay Gundogan needs to sign a new contract. 2 years. Give him another year. He's proved it. But yeah, Blues. I'm exhausted by it all. It's fantastic. Everton was draining. Watching the game against Arsenal was draining. This week against Real Madrid's draining. But I wouldn't swap it for the world. We're 3 weeks away from greatness. We're 3 weeks away from winning. We could win 1 to 3 trophies. It's an unbelievable position to be in. We've got to enjoy it. This is the business end of the season now. This is the part of the season where we all pull together. This is the part of the season where you think back to the people that got you involved in Manchester City Football Club. You think back to your granddad, your great-granddad, your dad, people that passed away, your uncle, all these people that told you about this great club, support Man City, you know, from Main Road, Moss Side, we do this, we've been up, we've been down, you know what I mean? City's going down with $1 billion in the bank. This is what it's all about, supporting this club. And now, this week, this is why we are these fans. This is what they used to tell you. This is what they dream about, you know? I've got a granddad that tell me all stories about Man City. He's passed away. Every game I go to, important game, I've got his ring and a little lucky charm he used to have on his keys. And at every game, I kiss the lucky charm and I kiss the ring and I say, give us luck. And against Bayern Munich, I forgot to do it. And I was halfway to the Etihad and I turned round and went home. 30 minutes just to kiss the lucky charm and kiss my granddad's wedding ring because of good luck. And fucking hell, people might think I'm mad, but that's just me and my superstition because it played on my mind, so I did it. And at the end of the day, you know, Wednesday night, we need all the luck in the world. We're Real Madrid, straight shootout for the Champions League final in Istanbul. So anything lucky you've got, underpants, socks, lucky rings, fucking buddhas, anything like that, get kissing them for Wednesday night because we're going to need it. And listen, come on, City. Come on, Blues. Let's pull together now. Leave a like, a comment below. I'll get back to you. Big game on Wednesday. Man City 3, Everton 0. One more win for the title. What more do we want? Come on, City. Let's go, Blues. Come on.